Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for another positive spin. Today we're going to be talking about Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Some have called this the worst movie ever made, along with another sequel we got this year, which is called Ends, which I feel is completely ridiculous. But let's put a positive spin on Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Now, I know I have some friends who aren't a fan of the creeper character in general, and I get that. Everybody has different tastes. That's fine. I get it. But it seemed like for the people who were fans of Jeepers Creepers, when the second one came out, people complained. When the third one came out, people complained. And now, with Jeepers Creepers Reborn, people just won't stop. It's crazy. So, let me tell you why I liked Jeepers Creepers Reborn. First of all, I love the opening. I'm not going to get into spoiler territory because this is still a fairly new film. Maybe not by the time you see this video, but still, I don't want to spoil this for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. I love the opening. It pays homage to something in a different film from the same franchise. But I don't want to get into that. I think Dee Wallace is really good in the beginning, and I think it's written very clever. Okay, I like the cast. For a bunch of no names, because I didn't recognize anybody in this film, I thought that they did pretty good, other than, of course, Dee Wallace Stone, which is in the beginning. I thought the weird store where they bought the map was pretty cool. It reminded me a little bit of Hatchet when the original Hatchet, when they went into the place with Tony Todd. I don't know. I think stores like that are cool. I also like the scheme of the people in the town, but I'll get to more on that later. The B&B looks totally believable, and I thought it was cool. And that kind of leads me to the next thing I really enjoyed about the film. I like how the girl who was trying on the different costumes because they were going to cosplay for the horror festival. I thought that was a really fun montage. Really cool. I like how the festival is named Horror Hound. I'm not sure if, because I used to get that magazine every month, I'm not sure if it is affiliated with Horror Hound. I can only maybe suspect that it is, that maybe they gave some money to the people making the film. I'm not really sure though. So don't quote me on that. When you see the creeper when he first appears, not in the opening part for people who have seen it, but when he first appears, I like that because I don't want to spoil this again. This is kind of a new film, and I feel like a lot of people have stayed away because of the bad reviews. But I like how this offers a different part of the puzzle, if you will, because this is the beginning. This is what I'll say. For 23 days, he hunts and eats and all that kind of stuff. That they still keep the same mythology, and this is the beginning of the 23 days. So you get another piece of the puzzle, and I think that that's cool. So there's something to add to the lore. The festival is amazing. I love the costumes, the constant homages to other horror movies. The activities look like they were fun. I mean, I would have a good time at a place like this. I think it would be a lot of fun. I do go to some horror festivals. Most of them, if not all of them, have been indoors for the most part. But this one looks like it would be a lot of fun. I like creeper the creeper's look throughout the film. Now I'm going to try to say this without spoiling anything. I like that he looks kind of lanky, but I also like their attention to detail, and the creeper does change throughout the film, and that's all I'm going to say. The cosplay is cool to the homages to horror movies, and there's also some other homages to horror movies, and I will give one. There are so many, and I mean, they're like Easter eggs. But of course, at the end, there's an homage to Halloween 2, the end of it with the eyes, the whole eye thing. I thought that was pretty cool. So you can tell these people really enjoyed horror and, they believed in the movie that they were making. I like the atmosphere of the cemetery, and that also lends to the house where they get locked in with the creeper because of the town scheme, if you will. Um, I think the makeup for the creeper is done really well. I'm not sure if that's done with CGI or how exactly it's done. If it's done with prosthetics or latex or, uh, like I said before, CGI, who knows? The shrine is awesome, and it does have a lot to do with the other films if you pay attention. And the swarm of birds at the end, I think, is a lot of fun. All in all, I know a lot of people have a problem with this film because of the CGI background. I noticed it. It didn't really take me out of the film. I just linked it to budgetary concerns. I think that a lot of things that happened in this film were due to COVID and also due to budgetary concerns, like I just said. But the thing I'm most curious about, and granted, they are two different times and two different films, but why is it okay that The Creature in the Black Lagoon from the Black Lagoon is considered a classic and they have a background that isn't that doesn't coincide with where they are? A lot of old movies did that. They're doing it in this new film and everybody complains. So why is it okay? And the movie The Creature from the Black Lagoon is a classic and I love it. But it's not okay with Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Yes, we have better technology now, but so what? I don't know. I just think it's very nitpicky, and there are some really cool kills in this film, and I really like what they did with the creeper. But you'd have to judge for yourself. This is my positive spin on Jeepers Creepers Reborn, one of the most hated films of last year. Definitely check out Joe's positive spin on Jeepers Creepers Reborn, and if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.